All right, that's a little better. I came back over those freehand, right? You can see that the line can be a little bit wiggly, but I think that's better than just that total ruled line. So now I want to get this one. Okay, at this point I start thinking about scale. How big is this thing going to be relative to the paper? I'm looking at that rectangle down there, trying to get the angle right, looking at this shape, right? Trying to get the similar shape up here. And I'm trying to get it to fit on the paper and be a good size for the paper. Okay. Lay it in there. Check it. Not too shabby. Okay. Now I want to try and get this back one here. And I might even extend this out a little. It's such a small little line that maybe if I hold this in the same place, let's see here, and just extend that out some, I can see that line a little clearer. Okay. So again, that's going to be back here. Now I also want to start thinking about what does that look like? Do I like the way that it looks on that page? Is it converging a little too much? I don't know. Let me check that again. That's pretty good. Okay. Extend this out a bit. I'm kind of rusty here. All right. So I got the top plane, I've got the front edge. I want to step back from it and look at it. I'm going to compare it with that over there. You know, I think it's all right. This is, you know, again, pretty exaggerated. Might be sort of in extreme land, sort of in between. The one that I put on the little demo, the handout demo, is a lot milder than this. All right. Now, if that starts to be a little tweaky to you, you can, even on this, start to relax it out a little bit. The thing that I would say on it is watch out for the tendency to straighten everything out. It's a pretty common tendency with beginning artists. To me, that's where I think that ought to be. I'm going to check and see where it was over here. On this one, it's a little bit more extreme than that. But to me, I feel like it ought to be right about there. Not quite as pinched. So I'm starting to think about this Z direction, and I'm starting to think about this as kind of its own thing. Now I want to look at these two lines, and I want to get this line so that it feels like it is converging with those two. Now, if you're in a life drawing session, life drawing class, you're probably not going to stop when you're trying to draw that head and do a little study and then draw a drawing of that drawing. You're going to be much more of like, well, I'm going to draw it large here. I'm doing a portrait. So I need to start thinking about this. And the handout demo does not even have you doing one of those. It's just like drawing this whole thing, and also not even drawing with a ruler. To me, though, that with this class, having the ruler might be helpful. You might check this angle just to see what I'm doing with it. Again, this is not quite as pinched as that. And then I'm going to bring this thing in here. So I'm starting to get a sense as I'm drawing these, like where are those? Where are they going? Okay. Step back from it, look at them. I'm looking at mostly at this and not so much at that. As this starts to be sort of its own thing. Now, in doing that, is there a chance that this might start to become slightly inconsistent? There's a chance. The thing is, there's a little more wiggle room than you might think. But at some point, I really start to need to think about this drawing more than the study. Okay. Just going to firm this up a little bit. Start to get my hand used to drawing. Look at that. Come on, Saw. All right, that part's going to be gone anyway. Now I want to come back to my study here. All right, you can't see all of it, but I'm going to come back to this thing. And I'm going to look at the height to length, right? I need to see those proportions. And I'm going to repeat what I did down here, except that I'm going to repeat it large. And I'm going to try to make that decision. Okay? Let's stop this for a second.